27th of February 21, and as I've mentioned for the past 3 years on my uploads and in my posts online, I'm experiencing hate crime and treason. There's a very malicious collective group of people that seem to be very preoccupied with destruction and with defamation. The interesting fact about all of this is that they don't even know the person that they're defaming, and they don't have communication with the person they're defaming. So basically, I've been confronted with these issues of other people's mental illnesses for the past 3 to 4 years. It commenced as an attempt to avoid their defamation and their offences of revenge porn from 2006 up to the present date. It commenced as that kind of an agenda, but then it developed into a more serious agenda when it damaged my baby boy. My baby boy was taken from me, as I keep reiterating, in an unlawful action, and I am currently living on my own, and I'm experiencing the incompetence of grown adults that are working like children in a playground. They're saying what they want, they're doing what they want, and they have no respect for the laws, they have no respect for sacred, they have no respect for the Declaration of Human Rights. And basically, there's an awful situation after occurring in my community, my hometown, my county, and it has affected many people because of these people trying to control a situation with their illegalities and unlawful actions. So they have abused their positions, they've abused my child, they've abused my purpose, they've exploited from my work. They've denied and they have refuted, they have obstructed and they have stolen and they have trespassed. And these are not hallmarks of a democracy. So with regards to my concern for human rights, my own human rights in particularly, these liabilities in any community is not progressive, it's not evolutionary, and it doesn't bode fortuitous for any young people for these circumstances to be occurring. So the Ombudsman for Children, the Medical Council, the Mental Health Commission, the Ombudsman for the Gardaí, the GSOC organisation, INTO, of which I'm a member, or was a member up until I finished teaching in 2016 when I had my child. All relevant agencies are aware of the circumstances that have been caused in Tralee, County Kerry due to treason being perpetrated against my Fernandez royal bloodline. As well as that, there are individuals incriminating me in falsified circumstances that are surrounding circumstances I wouldn't even be aware of. So the issue of medical negligence that I've experienced is a priority and a concern for every female adult with a brain that knows that damaging a woman's health is not damaging any woman or man's health is not a positive step for any doctor to be doing. So there are doctors in this situation that have abused their positions, they've damaged health and well-being, and they've slandered professional because of hate crime. So there's research on this matter. There's research on hate crime and mental illnesses, and the mental illness in this case would be of the practitioners, as far as I'm concerned, that are duly intruding where they have no right to be. So as a woman, a peaceful humanitarian that is tolerating slander, I would hope the authorities are aware of the circumstances of property theft of my farm holdings in Ardfert and Kilflynn also. Property theft is quite extensive in this situation, and those trying to incriminate a law-abiding citizen living on her own that's owed hundreds of millions and that has a child that is a missing person because of an unlawful action are all issues for the European Court of Human Rights and are not just easily pushed to the side, considering the consequences of the spiritual violence and the issue of sacred light that was damaged from my child and I. So basically, I'm going to share up loads every day with regard to those people in this community that are avoiding their debts, obstructing justice, that have harmed my child. My beautiful child was harmed very severely and detrimentally since 2017, and the Ombudsman have been contacted from Tralee, County Kerry since 2017. So the European Court of Human Rights, I hope you're aware that this is also contending with the issue of my royal bloodline, which I keep reiterating, which is also important, as well as the issue of spiritual violence. So as I have been of positive societal developments, and as a law-abiding citizen, and also as a teacher, as a qualified educator with a clean track record that's experiencing these human rights abuses and hate crime, it's highly serious that there are incompetent individuals trying to monopolize a situation with bad politics, bad gains, bad money, bad business, and bad ideologies, which are all present in this situation. So those that have intruded upon me, my family, property and profession and purpose, I find are incriminating and exacerbating their offences, and are incessantly slandering. So they aren't of the qualification for any discussion of which they are discussing. They're not in a position to be discussing what they're discussing, and they are not within remit or jurisdiction to be in my proximity, as they are every day, as I keep reiterating. So as a law-abiding citizen, peaceful, without a criminal track record, without any political affiliations except for humanity and human rights and the well-being of children's rights and safety of children, this issue is getting a little bit more serious, especially with those that are trying to acquire my property and wealth. As regards the practices of those that have intruded upon my property with their little bits and pieces, I hope the Ombudsman is aware of my stance with regard to those people and those practices that they have perpetrated in my presence and in my proximity. So the European Court of Human Rights, there's a problem in Tralee, and it's going on for the past 15-16 years. And as a qualified law-abiding citizen of royal descent, and as a mother married that has been stolen from, I would appreciate she contacting me directly rather than those monopolising the situation that have been guilty of bodily integrity damages and research and development without consent. They have not had consent to conduct research and development on a qualified professional adult woman. So I'd appreciate the European Court of Human Rights respecting my health and my body and my child's health and body and our identity from individuals that have stolen substantially.